anything can happen. That's something that, okay, something that like people are worried about, just like, oh, like everyone expects everyone to like have everything figured out by like, you know, you have to have everything figured out by 18, you have to have everything figured out by like 20, you have to have everything figured out by like 25 or whatever. There's always like an age that apparently you have to get to, and that is when you have to have all your stuff together. You don't like anything can happen at any age. You know, you may like spend like, you know, like years of your life doing something you don't enjoy to suddenly have it switch, and then you do something that you do enjoy, right? Just never, I would say, never give up an opportunity, right? If you are currently not happy with what you're doing, right? If you are like not happy with like where your job is, or, you know, how you're doing in school and everything, never give up opportunities to do different. Because that's a thing, right? Because you can get really scared of, oh, what if I like try this thing and then it fails, right? Or what if I try this thing, since you're on a different life path, and it fails, and I put all my eggs in this basket and it fails? That could happen, yeah. But it's like, I don't know. It all depends on your point of view, because I know that I would never want to live with the fact that I know that I didn't try. You know? I would never want to really live with like the idea of having not done something simply because I was too scared and didn't want to try, because anything can happen. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. We're all a bunch of people trying to like kind of like fake that we know what we're doing, right? Even I'm faking that I'm knowing what I'm doing by giving you guys an inspirational speech, and I have no idea what the hell that I'm talking about, and I'm still 19 years old, right? Like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You kidding? Of course I'm saying that anything could happen, because, you know, I randomly had like, you know, my like random dream job just suddenly pop up for some reason, right? It's not going to always like apply to everyone and everything, but I know that if I never took that opportunity, if I never convinced myself to take that leap, then I would never be where I am currently. And I feel like that can be true with small things with everyone. It can be true with big things with everyone, right? It can be true with absolutely anyone, right? Like even just like sending a DM to a friend that you're not sure if they're going to respond or not. Like I would much rather live with the fact that I tried and failed than didn't try at all, right? And it's a very basic thing, but yeah, I don't know. So you can take time to figure stuff out. Just make sure that you're living, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And you will find like, and another big thing also as well is don't compare your life to other people's. That's a big thing, because people are raised in completely different ways. People grow up with completely different scenarios, right? And for you to compare your life to someone who may have had it way easier is not fair to you. Right? That's not fair to you, because you're expecting yourself to be something that you may just physically not be able to be, but that's okay. That's the thing, is that that's okay, right? Like that's going to happen. But the thing is that you're going to find, I'd say, happiness in everything, right? Even how bleak things can be, right? Even if you're having like the worst week of your life and everything, there are always going to be situations that you can find yourself in, or people that you can find yourself around, or things that you can find yourself doing that'll bring you joy, that'll bring you happiness and all that. That is I say the one constant, you know, is that no matter what life you have, no matter where you are, there will always be things that'll make you happy, right? And there will be just as many, if not more, things that'll make you sad. But again, you can't really have, you know, sad without happy. That's the thing, or else happy just becomes mundane, right? Like you can't have like just happy, or else that just becomes normal, and then there's nothing to compare it to, right? Like I would say that, like, I don't know, like I'm kind of grateful for sadness in a sense, because yes, it trust me, it absolutely sucks. But it also makes me realize it makes me a lot more happy whenever I'm like having a good time, whenever I'm doing something that's fun, whenever I kind of have those moments where I just kind of sit back and realize, oh, things are going okay right now. You know, things are going currently okay. But to go back to the question of just, again, there will be opportunities. You don't have to worry about figuring everything out. It'll seem like a race because you're going to be comparing yourself to everyone else, and everyone else is always going to seem like they have it a lot more together than you do. That's always going to happen. But you just kind of have to realize, like, no one knows what the hell they're doing. Some people may know what they're doing more than others, but yeah, no. I would say, again, you don't have to worry. That's the thing, because I know that when I like worry or when I do something, I end up just not doing anything, and that doesn't help. That doesn't help anything. You know, you have to do stuff. You know, you can't just be like paralyzed by fear. And trust me, that happens to me all the time. Happens to me all the time. But yeah, that's what I'd say for that answer to that question.